This is going to show you guys how to make some quick carved candles. You need a plain candle, some copper gilding, just a regular pencil, and an X-Acto knife. When you're ready, grab your X-Acto knife and start scratching up the surface of your candle. And you're going to try to go for a pattern or a design that resembles a tree. Use some vertical lines, intersect some, throw in some knots here and there if you need, but just make sure you wipe away all that excess wax. When you've done that, go ahead and draw your design over all that. You'll see that this will work out in the end. That will make your carved design pop out a little bit more. Take a pencil that glides through the wax the easiest I have found. It's the easiest to control. I chose a very simple pattern that I ended up drawing out on a piece of paper beforehand, so I'd have an idea of what I was going to put on the candle. Once I sketched out the idea with my pencil, I just continued to go over each line 3, 4, maybe 5 times. Whatever helped me to reach my desired thickness so it was really carved into the candle. We really got to make sure that your lines are deep enough to hold some paint later on without being wiped away. Now this design was fairly quick and easy, not too complicated. Um, I wouldn't recommend going with a more complicated one just because it might not turn out as clean, but let me know how it goes if you do a more complicated one. When you're ready, grab your copper gilding and a small paintbrush, just load it up with a little bit of paint and start applying it to the lines that you just drew out. Now it has to be enough to fill in the lines, but it doesn't have to be enough to cover the entire candle. You want a little bit of excess on the surface, and that is not a big deal at all, because you will end up smudging that across the entire surface of the candle, and that'll end up making all those little scratch lines pop out, and it'll really give the appearance of tree. Here I'm just finishing up my design, a little bit of arrow, and then I'm going to start to wipe away the excess, like I just explained to you. And wherever you find that you need more paint, maybe it's too white or you don't see the lines, feel free to add some more. Or if you found that you've had too much paint on one area, it's a little bit too dark, go ahead and keep rubbing that spot and that paint should start to come off. At least with the gilding it did. I haven't tried this one with any other type of paints. Once you have achieved your desired look, you're all done. It's that quick, it's that simple. Now, these are perfect if you wrap them up in a cellophane bag with a bow and you can give them away as a sweet Valentine's gift, or you can set them up on a really romantic tray or something for your loved one on Valentine's night, and you can light it to set the mood. You can even personalize these with your initials, like I did for me and my boyfriend, and that one turned out really cute. It was just a little bit too dark for my liking. And I hope you guys enjoy this and let me know if you make any.